Hey everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome to Lauren's Book Corner. Today I have another haul. Yes, another one. um, so my husband and I had a date night last weekend and we decided to go to the thrift store. It was a different thrift store. So we went to a Salvation Army near my house, or near us, not near our house, but like near our general area. Um, And typically, this Salvation Army is not like the best. It's kind of picked out. It's not like the best kept store. um, but they do have a decent sized book section. It's just very hit or miss. You never know what they're going to have. And you kind of have to really pick because they'll take just about anything with when it comes to books, and so you'll find all different types of conditions. I feel like the last haul that I did, that was a Jubilee thrift store, and they're a little bit more picky with the condition of their books. Like they even have like I think it's like a stipulation thing of like how the books are. So they're a little pickier. So the books are usually in pretty good condition. With Salvation Army, you never know. So you have to pick through. And I was not expecting to find the amount of books that I found. I hit the jackpot. I think again I just got there at the right time. Somebody was unloading some of their collection. So when I go thrifting, I look for a couple of things. I'm always on the lookout for category romance now because I am hooked on collecting those. I'm always looking for old historical romances, specifically with pretty covers. And I also really like looking for Nora Roberts books because I collect her, as well as I've kind of started collecting Sandra Brown books as well. So when I find hers, I pick them up. So I found some historicals, I found some categories, and I'm really excited to share them with you. So starting off, I did find a hardcover Sandra Brown. This is Honor Bound. I have no idea what this is about, but I was really excited to find a hardcover. There she is on the back. I'm not going to get into what any of these are about because we would be here forever. Every single book I show you cost me 99 cents each. So whatever that was. I think the total came to like 30. I don't even know how many books I got, guys. I feel like it was like $38 or something like that, but I got a huge bag of books. So yeah, if you compare that to what you would pay at like Barnes & Noble, I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, moving on. Next up, I found, this is actually a family saga, I think, but I couldn't leave it because I really liked the cover. This is called Paint the Wind by Kathy Cash Spellman, and it's compared to Gone with the Wind, which I have never read, but I grew up obsessed with the movie. I watched the movie all the time. Like, me and my sister loved that movie, and we had like the 2 VHS set. It was like 2 VHS tapes that we would watch. And it had like the big long intermission in the middle. And then if you guys are Gone with the Wind fans, do you remember the mini series that was on TV called Scarlet? Because we were also like obsessed with that. We loved that movie, or that little mini series. I think there's a book too. I don't know if it's also by the same author that wrote Gone with the Wind. I have no idea, but I loved that. Anywho, so yeah, I picked this up. I just really like the colors. It's, it's got a little wear and tear, but it has this gorgeous step back with all the characters. And this guy reminds me of an actor that I've seen. Does he kind of look like Tom Selleck a little bit? A little bit. I don't know. Anyway, so that was the other one I got. And then somebody got rid of some of their Joanna Lindsey books, and I seem to be collecting Joanna Lindsey now because every time I see her books, they look so, like, the covers are really pretty or the premise sounds really interesting. So I found a Loving Scoundrel. I can't speak today, guys. I'm so sorry. A Loving Scoundrel This is part of the Mallory series, and this one does have a step back. I also found another one in the Mallory series, and this is a pretty long series. If you guys have read this series by her, let me know, do you need to read these in order? Because I looked it up, and there's like, I want to say like 13 or 14. I don't remember. It was a lot of books. But they look really good. This one's called Captive of My Desire. And we've got this one. And this is my favorite because I love these older covers. It's got the embossed cover. It's Surrender My Love, and it has this really beautiful, like, makes me think of like a tapestry. And then when you open it up, there's the really pretty step back. I love the purples and blue. And in case you want to see it, this is what the back looks like. I found an older Sandra Brown. I've already put library tape on this one because it was coming apart. It lost its little corner. But I doctored it up. And this is Shadows of Yesterday. And it was formerly published as Relentless Desire. So, grabbed that one for my Sandra collection. I did find a newer Harlequin. This is it. Yeah, it looks like somebody kind of chewed on the corner here. But this is actually from March 2026, and this is $1 Billion Baby Claws by Louise Fuller. There's the cover of that one. I just couldn't leave it. I've been enjoying these lately. They're kind of like soap opera-y, but they're fun. The ones I've read anyway. I haven't read that many, but I've been enjoying them. And then somebody unloaded their Diana Palmer stash. So I have this one here, which is my favorite that I found. This is Snow Kisses, and it has this really pretty shiny cover. And then these snowflakes are like embossed on there. Yeah, I have no idea what this is about, but I'm excited to try it out. It looks obviously like a wintry, maybe Christmassy book. And then I did find some of her silhouette books. So we have a Silhouette Desire, Will of Steel. I have yet to read Diana Palmer, but I do like cowboy romances, so I'm sure I will like her books. We have another Silhouette Desire. This is Iron Cowboy. I like that cover. There was a movie, I think it's Man from Snowy River. And then there was another one, Return to Snowy River or something like that. I loved those movies growing up. That makes me want to watch it with all the horses. I also have another Desire. This is The Maverick. Motorcycles. And then here is a Harlequin romance, and this is Diamond in the Rough. It has like again, the raised letters there. And then, yes, I found a whole bunch of, what is her name? Beverly Barton. I've never read Beverly Barton, but I'm pretty sure this was someone's stash because it was all together in one spot. And they're all mostly silhouette intimate moments, which I think is now the Harlequin romantic suspense line. So I have a whole bunch of these. I hopefully like Beverly Barton because I picked them all up. This first one is Whitelaw's Wedding by Beverly Barton, and these are all, not all of them, but a good chunk of them are part of this like Protectors line. So there is the cover on that one. And I noticed, okay, so these are from, dropped a piece of cardboard there. These are from like the early 2000s. This is May 2001. And the ones with this purple cover like this, they all sort of have this soft focus effect on the covers, which is kind of interesting. They're not, this one's pretty, but some of them aren't my favorite covers, but they do sound really interesting. This is probably my least favorite cover that I found. But this is Jack's Christmas Mission, also by Beverly Barton. It's just very like fuzzy, But I don't know, with a Christmas book, I feel like I would want a little more Christmassy feeling on the cover, but I'm still gonna give it a try because it does sound interesting. I also found this one. This is another Silhouette Intimate Moments by Beverly Barton. This is Ramirez's Woman. This one looks interesting because she's the one with the gun here. And this is also the Protectors line. I found A Man Like Morgan Kane, also by Beverly Barton, and this is also Silhouette Intimate Moments. These covers I think I gravitate towards with like the painted, they look painted. I like those a lot. Another Beverly Barton, this is Gabriel Hawkes' A Lady. I'm not telling you dates, I'm sorry. I forgot. Silhouette Desire, this is another Beverly Barton, and it's Talk of the Town. I love the cover on this one, and this book is very well loved. This is from '98, and it's also by Beverly Barton, and it's Emily and the Stranger. I just love this cover with the motorcycle. But you can tell somebody read that. This one is not by Beverly Barton. This is by Sharon Sala and Colleen Thompson, and it is 2 stories. There's The Fiercest Heart by Sharon Sala and Lethal Lessons by Colleen Thompson. Then we have Lone Wolf's Lady by Beverly Barton. It says Way Out West here, and then it says, because there's nothing like a cowboy here on the back. Thought that was funny. I found A Silhouette Desire by Caroline Cross, and this is part of the Texas Cattlemen's Club. I like the cover on this one. I wish that books still cost this much. This retailed at Kmart for $2.81. Silhouette Desire, also by Beverly Barton, Out of Danger. Defending His Own by Beverly Barton, part of the Protectors line. This is a cute cover. And then I did find a Harlequin historical. This one's by Gail Wilson, and it's Lady Sarah's Son with pretty gloves on the front. This one's not like the most pretty cover that I've found with the Harlequin historicals, but I like historical romance, so I had to pick this one up. And this one is from, let's see, it doesn't say on the side. This is from 1999. Okay, we also have Johnny's Pregnant Bride by Carolyn Zane. This is a silhouette romance, and I think this cover is so cute with the roses. And then look at the back, it has the little banner there. I think that's really, really cute. This one is a romantic suspense bind up. So it has 3 stories, all by Rebecca York. And this cover is nothing special, but the stories sounded really, really interesting. And I like romantic suspense. So this has Whispers in the Night, Only Skin Deep, and Trial by Fire. And they all sounded really intriguing. So I'm excited to read this one. I found this Love Spell Winter Wonderland book. And this has stories by Emma Craig, Lee Greenwood, Amanda Hart, and Linda O. Johnston. And I just thought this was cute and, like, I don't know, vintagey looking. I like the cover with the music. And what's really cool is all of these stories are based on Christmas carols. So there's Here Comes Santa Claus by Lee Greenwood, Silver Bells by Amanda Hart, Merry Gentleman by Emma Craig, and Up on the Housetop by Linda O. Johnston. And I think these are contemporaries, if I understand correctly. Well, contemporaries of the time when it came out. When did this come out? 1999. Okay, and then, let's see, did I get all of the, excuse me as I reach down here. I think that was all of the Harlequins. I think the rest are all historicals, and I was so excited for these. I'm going to show you the 2 Nora Roberts books I found first, and then we'll dive into the historicals. So I did find this Nora Roberts Once Upon a Kiss. This is a anthology of a few authors. So we have a story by Nora Roberts, Jill Gregory, Ruth Ryan Langen, I think is how you say her name, and Marianne Williams. And I just thought the cover was really pretty, but I bought it for the Nora Roberts story, which is Worlds Apart. And it is a paranormal story. It's about a demon slayer, apparently. I don't know. And then I got a little giddy when I found this one. I found a really nice hardcover of Nora Roberts' The Villa. I don't have this one yet, and I love when I can find her hardcovers are really, really nice. And there she is on the back. This one doesn't have the pretty M papers like some of hers do, but it does have her initials. I love that she does that on the cover. And I thought the spine was pretty too with the grapes. Assuming this one has something to do with wine. Maybe vineyards. Okay, and the rest of these I think are all zebra. Yeah, they're all zebra historicals. So this first one is by Phoebe Kahn, and it's Love Me Till Dawn. And yes, there is a pretty step back there. So excited for this. I think that's kind of like a Western one. I found this, there was a bunch by Joe Goodman. I've never read anything by this author, but this one is called A Violet Fire. These do not have step backs, but the covers themselves are just gorgeous. Here's the spine and the back. I love this. I love the colors on these. They're so pretty. Another Joe Goodman. This one is called Sweet Fire. I just like the tropical, I think that's like a Birds of Paradise flower there. Looks so pretty. Here's an older one by Joe Goodman, and this is Passion's Bride. And it has like the yellow sprayed edges. Well, they're kind of wearing off, but you can tell that they were at one time. And I think this one is the older one that I found because it's from 84, which I don't like saying that's old, but yeah, any whoosy whats. Okay, Tempt Me With Kisses by Phoebe Kahn. This looks like it's like a swashbuckling type of story. Anything that takes place on a ship, I'm usually going, or romances that are like set at sea or on a ship, I get excited to read those. Okay, 2 more, and then we have, I think this is one of my favorite covers just because I love pastels and pink. This is Tempting Torment by Joe Goodman. I don't know, I just like the soft colors there and the ship in the background. Really pretty. And then we have by Judith Steele, this is Wild Colorado Passion, and this is a Heartfire romance. I just love these covers. They're so pretty with all the bright colors. The back, look at her pretty yellow orange dress. So yeah, that is everything that I picked up. Did I need to get all of these? No, but I had a lot of fun, and I get excited to show you guys the historical romances and the categories. It's like treasure hunting. I love thrifting. I think that's my favorite way to shop for books, in all honesty, because it's just fun to see what you can find, and it's, you know, you get a lot of bang for your buck. But yeah, let me know in the comments, have you read any of these? Are you familiar with any of these authors? I have not. These are all new to me authors, except for Nora and Sandra. These are all new to me. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully reading some of these. I feel like I need to do like a summer of historical romance or something, because I've been so distracted with the romantasy books, but I'm like amassing this huge collection of historical romances, and I need to start reading them. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye!